Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on out there? So, I've got a couple of things in store. One thing, I've got some of that awesome, yo, but I'm going to hold off on that for a second here. Why? Because my amazing wife, trying to learn new things right along with me, stuff that could help me out and help herself out. She was able to do something amazing for me, guys. So everybody's used to my normal intro. If you notice that I didn't use it, because I actually kind of like this one. I would love to know what you guys' feedback is on my new intro. Definitely drop some comments in down below. Constructive criticism, guys. So this is her first one, so let me know how you guys think she did. And with that, guys, let's drop it. Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family. Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, welcome back, guys. So how did you guys think of that? Honest feedback, honest. Drop some comments in down below, and while you're down there, smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Helps me out, yes! So, before I get into the awesome mail time, you know what? Let's get the mail out of the way right now. So, yo, check this stuff out, yo.
Mail time.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
So, got this awesome package. I ordered it last week. I already know what it is, but yo, check it out. So I always preach it. You got to have the right power for the job, right, guys? So let's dig right on into this awesomeness. There we go. This here. I'm bumping everything out of my way. This here is how you level up your mining room. So what we have here is a trip light 30 amp 220 watt, yes I did say it, 220 watt power for servers. So this is more of like a server grade component, which is pretty much what you're wanting whenever you're running mining equipment, because you guys, you got to think about it. You're basically playing network administrator. So let's go ahead and open this up, and I will kind of give it a little skivvy of what you're getting and what you are not getting, guys. So let me pull this out. What you are getting is some really beefy cables, dude. I mean, check it out, dude. That's my thumb. Bam. Check that out. That's some beefy stuff. 220 out plug. Bam. And it's a cam lock plug in there. Bam. Go ahead and take the plastic off of this. And what's nice about this is these will give you 12 amp per plug outlet. So keep that in mind with there. And then each one of these rails are 8 amp total. So keep in mind on how much you're running through this thing, because you can max this out really quickly, guys. So being that this is 30 amps, You do not want to sit there and, you know, run 27 amps going through this. That's a lot going through this. Figure at, you want to do an 80% rule, and, you know, follow Ohm's law. And the wattage that I try to keep this thing under is 5,500 watts is where I try to key in at the upper end limit of this beautiful fine piece of machinery here. So this will allow me to drop another 30 amp fuse in the panel. Yo, gold sticker for that one. And I'll be able to separate some of my rigs, because I got some of them running on 110 because I ran out of power. That's when you know you're a real miner, right? I like to sit there. I've got my 30 amp outlet a little overdrawn just by a little bit. I think I'm sitting at, you know, probably like 100, maybe 200 watts over what I should be. So I would like to break it up so I'm not taxing my circuitry too bad. That's always a good thing, guys. But digging into the little news bit, now that we're done with my little mail time, which is all the new hardware that's gonna be dropping out here soon, guys. So if you guys haven't been paying attention, it's all right. It's all right. I got you. So we'll start off with NVIDIA with their RTX line. They're going to be releasing some supers. I don't know if it's really all that. It doesn't look like they are utilizing the TI trademark for the cards too much now. Considering that they have been basically going between the Super and the FE model. So Asus, Gigabyte, and the less known one for the United States, Palette, will be releasing Super Series cards. Asus will be doing their ROG Strix, their Dual, their Turbo, the Tough 3, and the Phoenix models. And Gigabyte will be releasing their Auroras, their Turbo, the WindForce, their Mini ITX, of course. And then Palette hasn't really talked about what they're releasing, which is fine. But going down the list on there, so the GeForce, or say the RTX 2060 FE edition. Now all of the RTX series are on the new touring platform. So the 2060 FE edition will have 1920 CUDA cores, where the base clock on this thing will be 1345 megahertz at a boost of 1680 megahertz. So realistically, this will be a little better than the 1060. It's going to be kind of like in between maybe the 1060 and the 1070 variant. So there's your low-end Spectrum, boasting GDDR6, 6 gigabytes of RAM. We have a memory speed of where you're going to be looking at 14 Gbps, which is billions of bytes per second. Your memory bandwidth at 336 gigabytes a second, with a memory bus size of 192 bits. SLI mode not available on the 2060 FE edition, coming in at a low price of $349. But this is all early on, and I'm not sure if that's going to be the exact price point that they're really going to be releasing at, or they're going to be doing it a little bit more. We'll have to find out when it comes down to launch day. So moving on to the next one, where you'll be looking at the 2060 Super. Now it looks like some of the Super editions, they are not releasing the base clock and the boost clock, so we can only suspect so that they're going to be better than the FE editions, hopefully. But it's got 2,176 CUDA cores on the 2060 Super. The Super is going to be getting 8 gigabytes of RAM on the 2060 edition. You're going to be looking at a memory bus width of 448 gigabytes per second, so you're getting a little bit more bus width on memory bandwidth for that. Memory bus size 256 instead of the 192-bit. Still no SLI mode, of course, right, guys? And your price point comes in at $429, so a small nominal bump for a little performance. You know, you're getting a little bit of performance bump for the amount of money. It's up to you if this is something worth it on your end. I don't even know how these are going to mine. To me, mining wise, I am not really excited about these cards. They're just, for me, I would like to have seen them in a lower price category for what they're offering. But that's me. That's just me. So, moving on to the next one, which would be the RTX 2070 FE edition. You'll be looking at 2,304 CUDA cores, so you're kind of just like doing these small little itty bitty bumps of performance, and they're just knocking price tag onto it. It's like, holy cow. And now this is where I'm not sure about where like some of the price points kind of come kicking in, being 100% accurate. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So on the 2070 FE, you're going to be getting the 8 gigabytes of RAM on there, 448 gigabytes a second on the memory bandwidth, still 256-bit on the memory bus size, no SLI mode, for $599, guys. That's a lot. And then you come into the 2070 Super Edition, where you're getting 2,560 CUDA cores. Don't know about the base and boost clocks on it. Again, they haven't really released that for the Supers. The memory capacity is 8 gigabytes. Pretty much a lot of the stuff all kind of transpires to being the same on the 2070 FE and Super, including the price tag. So they've got them both listed out at $599, which makes me kind of question, are these the actual final prices? Won't know until actual launch day, I believe. Going on to the RTX 2080 FE edition, you're going to be looking at 2,944 cores. Ooh, getting up there now, guys, right? Base clock of 1,510 and a boost clock of 1,800 megahertz. Pretty much everything is the same, except for now they are offering NVLink, which is the next evolution for the SLI mode. It's now turned into NVLink. I haven't played around with NVLink myself to see where the performance gains and losses are. So I've played around with SLI mode, and it usually taxes the main graphics card, and the other one kind of acts like an amplifier and helps speed up some of the processes, but it's going to hit up the RAM on the first card harder than it will the second card. I wonder if NVLink kind of helps eliminate that. I know my little brother does virtual reality stuff, and SLI mode, he still hits a head cap of some of the virtual reality things he does. So hopefully NVLink might help that out and share the memory a little bit better between both cards. But I'm not really familiar with NVLink too much. And then the 2080 Super, guys, that one comes in at 3,072 CUDA cores, 8 gigabytes of RAM still, GDDR6 in there, but now you're getting 16 gigabytes per second of memory speed, a bandwidth of 512 gigabytes a second. Ooh. Oh, that is amazing, right, guys? Both of these cards are being shown, from what I was able to find, coming out at $799 a piece. I think they're going to have a little bit more of a price differentiation from each other than this. And then the beloved 2080 Ti FE edition. This one actually, it looks like they kind of pulled the stops out on it. So for their special edition, it looks like they are doing 4,352 CUDA cores. I'd like to see how that really does with the gaming that I do, rendering video and all that good stuff. We'll have to see, guys, right? Base clock of 1350 megahertz, which is kind of odd that you're going to have that many CUDA cores and your base clock and your boost clocks are actually kind of down, really. I mean, if you think about it, the base clock in megahertz is only a little better than the 2060, and the 2070 has a better boost clock. I'm hoping that one of the partner programs rectifies that one, because it looks like it almost looks like through those numbers that it's throttled, but I could be wrong. The TI FE edition is going to be getting 11 gigabytes of RAM. Ooh. And it's going to have a memory bandwidth of 616 gigabytes a second. Woo! With a bus size, and they boosted it to 352-bit. Of course, it's going to have NVLink, and it's coming in at a hot price of $1,199, which, depending on its hash rate, which will depend on if you're going to be ROIing in a year or two. So that is kind of interesting stuff there. I would like to see more options than what they're showing here, like some overclocking additions and stuff, to really see where the final products are really going to be at. It just seems like some of these numbers are just kind of held back a little bit, but again, I could be wrong. On the new Turing architecture, these could be some pretty beastly cards, but I won't be touching them until they're down in price. I'd like to get my hands on one of these for at least testing, even if I have to give them back to somebody. So if you want to give me one just for testing, I'll give it back, swear to God. But I hope that you guys found some of this stuff to be somewhat informative on that, of course. And then moving on to AMD, guys. So AMD is going to be releasing a bunch of cards. They've got patents on a bunch of other ones, and they've got, just a plethora of model names that they have just thrown down. AMD's RX 5700 and the 5700 XT are set to launch soon, guys, on the 7th, guys. So that's like right around the corner. And I know that NVIDIA is planning on releasing cards too. They don't want to be left in the dust either. So if they, one's going to release something new, the other one's got to do it too, of course. So it looks like most of the cards that AMD is going to be releasing are going to be reference models. So, of course, blower editions. Not that there's anything bad with blower editions when it comes down to mining. It's just that you've got to have cooling solutions in mind for when you're setting everything up. Which way the heat is blowing, which way you're drafting the heat away. I mean, these are things that you've got to kind of be conscientious of. Otherwise, you're going to have warm cards, and that's what grinds our fans. I'm just saying. But the Navi launch reference only for what will be over a month. So we're not getting that just quite yet. But it likely to arrive from a Zeus MSI Sapphire. So it's going to be the AIB partner program that's going to be releasing a lot of it too. So Asus is going to be doing their, of course, their Strix, their TUF3, their dual, and reference models as well. Gigabyte will be doing the Aurorus and the gaming submodels, all the ones that they do, because Gigabyte's got a lot. And then, of course, no news from Palette. And what I find is even more odd is that there's no word from Sapphire or MSI on this one. Just saying. So, if Sapphire Ed or if any of the other Sapphire people out there have any of that, you know, behind the scenes knowledge, I'd love to have it. You know, even if you tell me I can't share it, I'd love that, to know what you guys got up your sleeves. I'm just saying. But it looks like also AMD's, like I was saying, they've got like just a gambit of names out there, ranging from the 590, so they're going to be rolling it all the way back. The 590 XT, a 5500, a 5500 XT, a 5550. So it just looks like they were just covering every number, going all the way up to the 5900 XT, going in 50 number increments after the 590, of course. You know, 5500, 5550, 5600, 5650. You know, it's I would be interested to see what all these cards are going to bring, or if they were just trying to cover the numbering for themselves for the next couple of years, so that, you know, NVIDIA or Intel doesn't try to claim up on their numbering sequence, whatever that may be, right, guys? So I hope you guys found this to be as informative as all get out. If you guys got any questions whatsoever, certainly drop some comments in down below. While you're down there, guys, smash that Lizzie like button, dude. That always helps me out for sure, guys. And guys, do you know about that yiggity yen, guys? That yen, guys. So if you don't know about that yen, you guys got to check this out. So for those people who have been following me and they're serious about crypto mining, you already know. You're already on the island with me, dude. Yo. For all you newcomers, guys, dude, all of you that would love to follow me on a personal level to get the inside scoop for mining, dude, you want to join me and Crypto Mikkel's private groups that we're going to be setting up here in the near future. So you're going to want to get up on that island with me, dude, guys. I've got links into my Discord down below so that you guys can chit chat with me. And then, dude, guys, I've got a link to the island. You could sit there and follow me and Crypto Mikkel in our makeshift private group that we've got going on right now, where we share private information on the island that you, talking to you out there, might want to get in on. So guys, go ahead, check out my links down below. Hope to see your smiling faces on the island. Hope to see you in my Discord asking good questions about mining, crypto, all that good stuff. I mean, my Discord even has a little hot rod section in there. You know, me and Mikkel work really hard to make sure that the Discord runs smoothly on our end. We make sure that our community are great people, filled with a bunch of you guys in there that we love to help. And with that, guys, like always, I will definitely see you on the next one. And let me know how you thought my intro was. The wife, I think, did a good job. It was her first one. Be honest. Don't be mean. Just be honest. All right? And with that, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.